So I'm just starting tonight's dinner. I'm going to make an egg fried rice. So I'm going to cheat. I've got some of this coconut tilde rice. I've got some eggs whisked up in my bowl. I've got some chicken breast that I marinated yesterday in some garlic and onion seasoning and a little bit of sage. And in here I've got some pepperoni cooking. This is just pizza pepperoni slices from Tesco, those ones. And if you've ever wondered how much oil is in pepperoni, I haven't actually put any oil in this pan at all. And as you can see, there is loads in there. So I'm going to put some smoked paprika in here as well. So what I'm going to do first is dip in my 2 packs of coconut rice, stir it through all the nice smoky oils that are coming out of the pepperoni, and then I'm going to add my chicken, some smoked paprika. I'll whisk my eggs through, and then I'm probably going to add a few frozen peas or something as well.
I've been trying my best for a while, trying to please everyone who's around me. I've been putting on my fake smile, even though I'm wasting time. I don't want to be trapped in a box, trying to be like the rest when I'm not. I just want to go my own way, gonna let the past burn down. Cause honestly, don't wanna be stuck in boring conversations with you. I'm gonna leave it all behind, find myself, I'm gonna start over new. Yeah, I'm on my way now.
So here we are, served up, and I've just got my pepperoni, my peas, my chicken, my eggs cooked really nicely, and it smells really, really nice. So this is what we're having for dinner tonight. And we've also got some sriracha sauce or some sweet chilli if anybody wants any. So I've just made some chicken and broccoli soup, and I've portioned it up into these tubs. I just got these off Amazon recently. I bought 10 of them, and they've got like the microwavable lids so you can flip them open to let the steam out. So what I've done is made my big batch of stew, and I've put 2 portions in each tub because obviously I didn't want 10 of these in the freezer when I could just put them in 2. That way when I pull them out of the freezer I can have one for lunch one day and one the next, or Steve and I can split it. And if you want to know what's in it, I have got a slow cooker chicken and broccoli stew recipe on my channel. So you could go and take a look at that. I actually did this on the hob. It doesn't make a lot of difference which way around you do it. Obviously I do it on the hob if I'm in the house, but if I'm out then I can leave it in the slow cooker. But this was basically 500 grams of chopped potatoes, 600 grams of chicken breast. I made up 2 litres or 2.5 litres of stock, so it's 5 stock cubes, a whole frozen bag of broccoli, a large onion, and half a pack of sage and onion stuffing, and that was the base of it. So I put all that in together, and then I've added some frozen garlic, some salt, loads and loads of black pepper, and a little bit of sage. That's the only seasoning I put in. So this is going to be our lunches, but I just love making big soups and stews. The boys love this one as well, and if you've got people in your family that aren't keen on the veg, the broccoli practically disappears and you can't tell it's in there. So I always used to do this when the boys were little, and it went down a treat. So yeah, I'm just going to pop the lids on, let these cool, and then pop them in the freezer. So I'm just starting tonight's dinner, and I'm going to be making a chicken pasta with cream of chicken soup condensed for the sauce. I'm going to add my chicken breast. Well, I've already put my chicken breast in a pan, so I'm going to season the chicken with some salt and pepper, and then add about a teaspoon of garlic and a teaspoon of onion granules, and then I'll add my cream of chicken soup and maybe a little bit of milk just to wash around the can and make it to the consistency I want. And then I think I'm just going to add some peas or some broccoli depending on what I've got in the freezer, and serve it with some pasta. Really quick and simple, and a great one for when you're in a rush. So I've added in my condensed soup and my peas. I've seasoned it with salt, pepper, put some garlic powder and some onion powder in, and I'm just going to let this cook together. At the moment it's quite a nice consistency, but I may add a little bit of milk or some of the pasta water when I cook it. And then that's it, done. You can add any veg to this you want. I'm just going to stick with peas today. And it's just, like I said, a really quick and simple dinner that takes no thought really at all, which is really good sometimes. So to go with the pasta, I'm just going to do some garlic bread. So I've got some part baked rolls and some of the garlic butter that I bought in, I think it's Home Bargains. And this garlic gold one. So this is what the garlic bread comes out looking like. It's going really nice and soft. It's starting to go crispy around the edges. It's really, really hot. Obviously you could leave it a bit longer, but I don't like it when it goes rock hard. Like, they're cooked and they're hot and the bread smells amazing, but I don't like it when they go so hard that you break teeth on them. So got that. Our chicken's nearly ready. I'm going to put on some pasta and probably just going to serve it with some black pepper over the top. So here we are served up. We've got our garlic bread, our chicken and pea creamy mixture, creamy chicken and pea dish, and some pasta, 2 different types because that's what I've got left and I'm using up the bags. And this is what we have for dinner tonight. One of my favourite quick and easy ones. So I'm just starting some dinner for tonight. I'm going to make a sweet hoisin pork with vegetables and cauliflower rice. So I've got some chopped mushrooms. I've got quite a lot because they need using up. I've got 1 large onion, a large courgette and a red pepper that is poking under there. I've got 2 bags of the microwave cauliflower rice. I don't microwave it, I just put it straight in my pan with all the other ingredients. Garlic and onion granules, which I add to most things. Then I'm going to add some soy sauce, some sweet hoisin sauce and some Chinese 5-spice. Also some cayenne or crushed chili flakes and some pork mince. And we're just going to mix this all together. It's going to be a big 1-pot dish. And hopefully it's going to taste really good. So I'm going to start off by cooking my vegetables, and instead of using oil I'm actually using a little bit of balsamic vinegar. It's a non-stick pan anyway, a non-stick pan, so you don't really have to use oil if you don't want to. I try and keep as much oil out of my cooking as possible, and the balsamic vinegar gives the veg a really lovely taste. So starting off with the things that take longer to cook, which is my onions, my courgettes and my red pepper. I'm just going to have those on a medium heat. I'm going to season them with some salt and pepper. So now we start to get some colour on the vegetables. I'm going to add my pork mince. I'm using an extra lean pork mince, which is less than 2% fat. I'm just going to break that up. So I'm going to add in some onion and garlic granules. A little bit now, and I may add a little bit more when I've added my other ingredients. Pop in my mushrooms. At this stage I'm going to add some soy sauce, probably around a teaspoon, probably around a tablespoon of Chinese 5-spice. Right, next I'm just going to add in my cauliflower rice. It's still frozen, but I find that this is the nicest way to cook it when it's mixed in with everything. I've tried just steaming it like you're supposed to in the microwave, and I'm not a fan, to be honest. I much prefer it mixed in with everything else. So the last thing I'll add will be some chili flakes and then some hoisin sauce. I'm not sure how much to use, I was just working it out, probably a couple of tablespoons. But I don't want it to like cook through and disappear, so I'm going to put that in near to the end, probably just before serving. I may even put a little bit in and then the rest of it over the top, because flavours like that can tend to disappear if you put them in now. Right, so everything is cooking down, and I've weighed out about 20 grams or just over a tablespoon of the hoisin sauce. I'm going to add that to it. This is really, really sweet, so I don't want to go overboard. And then what I'm probably going to do is give it a drizzle when I serve it, because that way it's more of a like personal taste we can check, because I'm not a big fan of like the sticky flavours, or I'm not a huge sweet tooth person. I'm not a huge fan of sweet flavours, so I don't want it overpowering. I'd much rather add a little bit at the end to my taste, so I should think just over a tablespoon in there will give it a little flavouring, but not a huge amount. So here it is all served up. I must admit it's not the most appetising looking, but it tastes amazing. And I'm just going to drizzle a little bit of hoisin over the top, and this is what we've got for our dinner tonight. So I'm just about to start tonight's dinner, and we are making some Zinger Burgers using spicy tortilla chips, beaten egg, some chicken breast and some cheese slices with some brioche buns. I'm also going to do some peri-peri fries with it, and the people over at Salter have kindly sent over their new Dual Cook Pro air fryer. So if you know me and you watch my channel regularly, you'll know that I absolutely love my air fryer. I use it all the time and have done for years. I've done many videos on what to cook in your air fryer, but the one I had was a 3.3 litre. This is an 8.2 litre air fryer. So we're a family of 5. 2 of my boys are in secondary school and one of them is actually in full-time work now. So they eat a lot basically, and a 3.3 litre was just not big enough anymore. So when the people at Foulger reached out and asked if I'd like to try this out, I jumped at the chance. It actually has 2 baskets and each basket is bigger than my previous air fryer in itself. So I can either cook 2 different things or I can cook more than twice the volume, which is brilliant when cooking like chips or things like that. So this air fryer also has a sync function, which means that if I put, say tonight I'm going to put chicken in this side and I'm going to do some fries in this side, if I use the sync function, it will start off the chicken when it needs to be started and the fries when they need to be started. Even if they're going to take different times and different temperatures, they will both finish at exactly the same time, which is amazing. I haven't got to worry about how long is this going to take, how long is that going to take. Or similarly, if I decide to put something in here like some part baked rolls or some garlic bread and I want to double up, I can just press the match cook button and it will do the exact same in basket number 2 as it's doing in basket number 1, and that will also finish at the same time. You've got all your usual presets on here. I think there's actually 12 different presets, and you can also change your time and temperature manually. So I will leave this air fryer linked in the description box if you would like to go and have a look. I highly recommend it, especially if you often cook 2 different things. So when you've got an air fryer, if you want to cook fish and chips, or you want to do jacket potatoes and salmon, or air fried veg with steak, it can be difficult to get the timings just right, but this way you've got 2 baskets for 2 different things. There's also removable plates which can be just lifted up and popped in the wash. One of my favourite things about this as well is that obviously I've been testing it out for a little while now, and my favourite thing is that it's so quiet compared to my old air fryer. It really hardly makes a noise at all, even when both sides are going, and it looks really sleek and stylish, I think, in the corner. So I'm going to show you how I do my chicken. Basically, I'm going to get chicken breast, we're going to dip it in here, then we're going to roll it in this, spray some oil on, pop it in one side and cook the chicken. The other side, I'm going to cheat. I've got some frozen French fries and I've got some peri-peri salt. I'm just going to cover them in that, pop them on, and then hopefully once I press the sync button, both things will be done at the same time. So I'm going to do the chicken on the chicken setting and I'm going to do the fries on the fry setting, and let the air fryer do all the work. So like I said, if you want to go and check out the Foulger dual cook air fryer, it's linked in the description box. Have a look, see what you think, but I highly recommend it because I've been loving it and it makes life so much easier. So I've got my chicken in one side and I'm just going to spray my chicken with some spray oil just so it goes nice and crispy and the top doesn't brown too much. And then on my fries, I'm just going to sprinkle some of this Nando's peri-peri salt, give them a shake, and then we will pop them in and I'll show you. Right, fries in one, and we've got our crispy chicken in the other. So once we turn our air fryer on, first thing I'm going to do is press sync because I want to synchronise the cooking and have both things ready together. Then I'm going to push basket 1, which has got my chicken in, so I'm just going to press chicken, and then on basket number 2 I've got fries. So it's telling me the chicken's going to take 20 minutes at 200 degrees. The fries are going to take 15 minutes at 200 degrees. So all I've got to do now is press play and it will start cooking my chicken first. In 5 minutes time it will automatically start cooking my fries, and even if that was a different temperature it would also adjust that. So I will show you when I'm ready to plate up.
I'll be going away for a while. Oh, and I don't know what I'll find.
our burgers have come out really well. They're really nice and crispy, as you can see, and I've just popped them in brioche buns with some mayonnaise, some lettuce and some piri sauce because we like all things spicy. We've also got our piri fries, which have also come out lovely and crispy too. I'm just really impressed. I love the fact that I could do both of these things in the air fryer without having to turn the oven on and use that as well. So make sure to go and check out the link in the description box. I'll leave all the information that you need down there. Click on the link, have a look at it and see what you think. So for dinner tonight, Steve and I have got a Marks and Spencer's chicken arrabbiata pizza, and his looks better only because it's on a nicer plate, but our other one of these is in the wash. So it's got chicken, peppers and mozzarella and stuff, and then we've got some salad. So we've got grated carrot, tomato, Steve's got pickled onions, cucumber, lettuce, don't know what else, red pepper, and then I've got the same, but what sauce have you got? Salad cream?
Yeah,
just salad cream, and some chili flakes. And then on mine I've got some natural fat-free yogurt and some piri piri sauce, and my pizza, and this is what we're having for dinner tonight. And they both look really good, but I think yours looks better. So for dinner tonight we have got some tandoori chicken thighs, which I've just done on the grill, with some salad and some homemade red skinned potato wedges. Done those in the air fryer, and I've also done some brie on the side just because it needs using up and it was in the fridge. So this is what we've got for our dinner tonight. So I'm just going to use my new air fryer again, and tonight I'm going to do some hot dogs and chips. So what I'm going to do first is turn it on, would be good. So if I press the sync button on number 1, I'm going to be having chips. So that's going to set that one. And on side number 2, I've got sausages, which I'm going to do on, I believe this is like a steak button. So it's telling me the times and the temperatures. So what I'm going to do now is just pop both my drawers in, and then all I should do now is just press play. I just love the fact that you can do 2 separate things, or we're a family of 5 and I often do struggle to fit enough in it because obviously our boys are older and eat a lot. So I'm going to pop this on some plates and I'll show you it when it's done. So here's one of the older boys, hence the mountain of chips and the 2 hot dogs. These are the bratwurst that I got in Tesco, and they've got mustard and ketchup in their buns. And this is what they're having. It's Friday night, so Steve and I are going to have something else a little bit later with the movie. And we're going to go and watch a film with the kids now.
Did you make it? Did you break free? Did you manage to be who you wanna be? Maybe somewhere you think about me too.